Hey boss, hey, how you doing today? It's your girl Lashonda Henry here, aka SistaSense, jumping in so that I can talk to you about my 48-hour slash 28-hour end of year bucket list going into a new year, a new decade. Crazy, right? Just kind of thinking about intention and thinking about at the end of the day we are in a space where we've got 24 hours in a day, right? We've got 7 days in a week. And we can use that time intentionally and strategically to do the things that we need to do in our business. Or we can say, oh, I don't have enough time. I'll get to it later. Or, oh, sure, I'll do that for you and pile on everybody else's, priorities over ours, right? Pile them on top of ours. There's just so many things that you can do with your day, with your week, right? One of my favorite quotes is there are 7 days in a week and some day is not one of them. So when you think about ending this year and going into the new year, how many times do you hear yourself say, I'll get to it another day, right? Well, then when the new year starts and the resolutions start, I'll get to it another day. So I've been really, really obsessed for the last couple of days around making sure that I SCF, which is something that I always talk about. So if you're in my circle, if you're one of my mentees, my clients, you know that I'm always talking about things that you strategically need to start, continue, or finish, right? And I said, you know what, especially this being a pivotal year because we're ending a decade and we're going into a new one. I don't want to wait until January 1st. There are certain things that I want to finish now. I want to start now. I want to continue now and make sure that I'm not putting so much pressure on the first of the year or the new decade that I'm not clear about the fact that this is not just about a one day or a new year resolution. It's about an evolution, right? An evolution, right? If you want, well, evolution, what am I trying to say? Elevation. There we go. It's like evolution. Is that a word? It's about an elevation, right? And being in a space where if you truly want to evolve, right, and elevate in your business, you have to evaluate how you run your business on a daily basis, right? And so for me, one of the things that I have been talking about, I always talk about working in your business with strategy and intention. And I've been really, really intentionally having conversations around a powerful quote, which is as follows. Success is the sum total of the small efforts you do day in and day out. And so for me, as I say that to you and I remind myself of that message, the whole point is to figure out what the hell are you doing on a daily basis? What are you doing every single day? Not like, some people think that it's about finding a magic bullet, right? Or if you meet the right coach or consultant or mentor or take the right program or course or read the right book, it's just going to hit. And I've been online for 2 decades now. And I realized that for me, everything that has hit successfully has been about consistency. And it's been about the little things that you do consistently that allow you to build, to bring in revenue, and to actually actualize the things that you want to achieve. So I've been doing a couple of things as far as my bucket list is concerned. And this random, not so random web class today is me sharing this bucket list with you, number one. But number two, hopefully I can motivate you to get off your ass and do something. And do something. Or in some cases, to not even just get off your ass and do something, but to stop thinking about your vision in such a big way that you never feel okay with just doing a little bit. You always feel like you have to do this big, grandiose, grand thing to have amazing things happen around you. And the reality, again, is that the results happen based on the little things that you do consistently day in and day out, right? And that's what you got to figure out. So the last couple of days, I've done a couple of things. Number one, super, super excited about the fact that I came home. We went to Florida. And we drove, by the way. So we went to Florida. We drove many, many, many hours. And then we came back. We drove back. And then we had to pick up my dog. So we drove to the grandparents. And then we drove back. And I'm in my room, I'm in my office, I'm in my comfy couch with my big old blue pillow here, and all my little pillows here. And I curl up and I'm like, I'm just going to sleep. And I'm like, no, you're not, because you were driving. And on the way, you were thinking about all the things that you wanted to do before we bring in the new year, right? You got to get up. So I got up. I went and I paid the homeowners association dues, right? You got to pay your dues. I have a mortgage, right? But guess what? As an entrepreneur, you have to pay your dues, right? It's not about being, and everybody wants to be an overnight success, right? And they forget the whole, it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. You got to pay your dues. So I made sure that I paid the dues for my home, but I thought about the fact that to get to where I want to get to next, I can't just simply stay in my sweet spot. I can't just simply, be comfortable with, what I got, how much I'm making, who's following me, who loves buy my stuff. I can't simply be satisfied with where I am. I've got to pay my dues to get to the next level. What does that mean to you? How are you going to pay your dues? Number one. Number two, I thought about the fact that there were certain things that I said, look, I want to do this. And I was sleeping on it. I was sleeping on myself, but I woke up and I said, okay, one of those things was I wanted to be able to do the live streams that I'm doing with you right now across multiple platforms. And I've tried different ways at different times to make this work for myself. This is the new thing, right? This is the new thing that I'm trying right now. And I said, I got to get it working before I go into the new year, right? So I've been testing it and tweaking it, and I think I've got it or almost got it. You tell me how you like this stream. If it is, if it's choppy or, if it's flowing good for you, but it's good for me so far. Which is to say, one of the things that you want to do is think about when it comes to your business, paying your dues, number one. Number two, building your business based on what you know it needs. Right. And there are certain things that I know that I wanted to start integrating into my business more. Funny enough, I released like my bucket list, right? The last couple of days. One of the things that I released was my position to profit self-assessment, so that you can ask yourself certain pivotal questions when it comes to you positioning yourself for profit going into the new year, right? And you can get that self-assessment. It's free. You can download it. It's over at sistasense.com/PTP 2020, which stands for PTP 2020, Position to Profit 2020. Okay. So it's absolutely free. It's that you can download it. One of the things that I asked was, one of the first questions was, do you need to automate more? Right. And I love automation. There's so many different levels to automation, by the way. And I said, I want to be able to do my broadcast on multiple platforms. So there were times when I would be on my laptop, I would be on my iPad, I would be on my iPhone, and that wasn't really automatic. It was me hitting record on one and then starting the other, right? And I was always like, okay, I need something that was more streamlined, more automated. And this for me is that. So being able to automatically, tweet out, Periscope out, Facebook Live, YouTube, and be like, hey, hey, I'm talking to you today. That's automation, right? So thinking about for yourself, what things do you need to do to help your business grow? There are a lot of great questions in that position to profit self-assessment, which again is at www.sistasense.com/PTP 2020. But the first couple of questions is me going through A through E, things that you need to think about. Do you need to automate more? Number one. Number two, when it comes to your business, do you need to focus on B, building your list more, right? A, automation, B, building your list more. C, do you need to focus on conversion marketing more? D, do you need to focus on delivering content on a daily basis more? And then A, B, C, D, E, do you need to focus on engagement more? There are just so many wonderful messages and terms and strategies that I want to make sure that at the very beginning of the year, I'm sharing. I didn't want to wait into the new year, right? So that was on my bucket list to get some of these things out there. I shared the self-assessment plan, the position to profit concept, things that I predict you're going to need to do more of going through into the new year. Again, like automation, building daily, things of that nature. And then also I shared the new Dominate Daily implementation program. At the end of the day, of all the different marketing and sales strategies and create this and do that and use this tool versus that tool, of all that stuff that we talk about in the business of being online entrepreneurs, I believe wholeheartedly the most important thing is consistency, your ability to be consistent. It's not an osmosis thing where automatically because you purchased this course or this program or you read this book, you're gonna absorb it into your system and absorb it into your business. You have to be consistent, right? And I find that the results that I get are a result of me really consistently working in my business, right? And it's funny when I think about different levels of consistency. And you can let me know. You can say, "Oh my goodness, I agree." Do you believe in the power of journaling? Right? There are a lot of coaches, consultants, mentors out there that will tell you that it's important to journal, and they'll integrate the journaling concept into their business and what they teach. And funny enough, I don't necessarily, because I don't consider myself to be like a life coach. I'm more of an entrepreneur, web business specialist. I don't really teach, personal development, but I do, I guess, on some level, because there's certain personal development things that you need to do as an entrepreneur to get better at you before you can build your best business, right? And it hit me in the last couple of days, really being invested in doing things in my business. Not that I wasn't before, but just invested in finishing certain things before the new year is ending. I said to myself, you do journal. You don't necessarily call it journaling, but damn it, you journal. Hold on a second. I'm going to share a few goods with you. So here's one of my notebooks, right? And literally, practically every day, I'm in here mapping out. This is interesting. What's this? Mapping out what I'm going to do every day. Successful people journal, right? When I do my live streams, I have my Dinah Smiles notebook over here. And I put my live stream. Okay, this is what you're going to talk about in your lives. I put them in here. I've got, oh, you're going to love this one. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can grab it. As I make all kind of sounds. My body, I can't. No, this isn't it. Hold on. You got to be patient. Well, this isn't quite it, but I realized that, I love what it means to get clear and to write my thoughts down in notebooks and share them with my audience. So I've got certain notebooks that I've actually designed and developed and I'm releasing. This is Genius at Work. This is one of them. I don't know how well you can see Genius at Work here. There's another one that I want to share. I've got my beautiful characters that I got designed. See my hustle pillow? This is SistaSense hustle pillow, right? I journal. That's what I do. Let me show you the new notebooks. I'm going to slide to the side. Give me 2 seconds. Slide to the side. Okay, here's number 1. This is the hustle notebook. And this one here, if I can get it out of, I've got all these new organized. I'm so happy about the things that I'm doing going into the new year. It's not even a game. It's not even a game. I've got the She Believed She Could and So She Did notebook with bam. Who's that? That's me. I do journal. But not just journal. It's for me, I didn't really classify it as, because these are notebooks, by the way. I didn't really classify it as journaling, but every day I'm intentionally writing what I want to do. And then I execute, I implement. So I said, well, damn, you need to just have a group of people that you can do this with. And you can kind of pour into them your daily domination through implementation strategy, which is what I've done. In the last 48 hours, I have released the DDIP over at SistaSense.com/DDIP, the Dominate Daily Implementation Program. It's about, again, daily domination through implementation, strategically on a consistent basis. Doesn't mean that when I say daily, you're going to, for the whole year, be perfect at every day doing something. There are some days that you probably won't do anything, but the reality is that you want to have more days than not that you're doing a lot and you're doing it consistently, right? So I don't know if you've seen it, but it's open, and for 365 days, I am committing myself to basically 365, one whole year, every day checking in with you and saying, here is an action step that you can take, something that you can do, something that you can create, something that you can share, something that you can sell, something that you can promote, something to help you get clear. So that really every single day I'm there in your corner to share strategy, intention that's going to help you work on influence more, impact more income through more implementation. More is actually an acronym that I developed a few years ago, MORE, Master Originality, Reach, and Engagement. So when I talk to you about my end of year bucket list, I know it might seem a little bit random because I'm like, all over the place right now. Really, I'm talking to you about the things that I've been doing in the last few days, like releasing Position to Profit, releasing the daily domination through implementation program, things that I'm doing personally in my business, like, making sure these live streams, these multi-platform live streams are working correctly, testing them out. I got a new business account. I'm super excited about that. I have been saying that I'm going to open a new business account for the longest. And I said, I have to do that before the year is over. So I went to my bank. I went to my bank specialist that I go to. There were other people coming. They were like, can I help you? I was like, no. I'm here for my girl, April. I'm just, no. She helped me get that taken care of. There were just certain things that I needed to do, right? Working on the program, working on testing. What do you need to do, right? What do you need to work on going into the new year? SCF, things that you need to start, complete, or finish, right? So my new business account is open. For the last several months, I've been working on with my illustrator on my new designs. I designed it, but she had, created the characters. I was like, this is what I want my characters to look like. I've been working on the new notebooks. I wanted to make sure that I was PTP, positioning myself for the kind of new level profit that I wanted to make going into the new month. And that's kind of what I'm here to do today. I'm here to, number one, lead by example, and simply say that as a human being, as an entrepreneur looking to elevate, I had to evaluate what I wanted to do going into the new year and what I wanted to finish before this year was over. And I could have, because trust me, I was watching, we've been watching Twilight. Watching Twilight marathons and random things on Netflix and Hulu. And don't laugh at me. I've been sitting here drinking Martinelli's sparkling apple cider, curled up on my couch, watching Netflix and Hulu. So the reality is, when I told myself, get up and get some work done, that's all I want to do with you as part of daily domination through implementation. I want to be there to kind of poke you and nudge you. And yeah, you can take a nap, because I'm a nappy kind of a girl. I don't know if that's the right word to use. I love to take naps, but it's also about luck. You can talk yourself out of the things that you need to do, and you can let things deter you or distract you, or you can chip away at what you need to do. I've been able to bring in revenue. I've been on vacation. I've had my naps, and I've been working on my business too. You can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. You can get your results just by doing little things on a daily basis. So I nudged myself enough to get up and get things done, as opposed to being curled up on it. Because trust me, the heat was on. The pillow was nice. The apple cider in my hand. I was like, you go, Bella. You go get your man. I didn't want to do no work. But taking a little bit of time to do what I needed to do allows me to better help you and to better help myself build my best business, right? So I'm going to stop babbling. I feel like I'm babbling a little bit, but I just wanted to jump on here and share that. These are a couple of things that I've been doing in the last 48 hours. There are a few more things that I want to do today. So I'm going to go out and run some errands with the hubby and then come back home and do some cleaning, because I definitely believe that in order to manifest more in your life and your business, you have to clean out and get rid of those old things that no longer serve you so you can create the space for the things that you want to come to you. Amen? Yes? So I may not get everything done today, which I know I'm not. I'm not going to try to exhaust myself trying to get everything done. And I think that that's where a lot of us go wrong. Sometimes we have these larger than life visions of what we want to do. And we say, oh, I could just knock that out in a few, but we don't. We get so overwhelmed and we want to do everything and then end up doing nothing. And so I'm committing myself to building through daily implementation of small little action steps, because honestly, that's what I've been doing. I got to a point, I want to say maybe a year or two ago, when my health really caused me to slow down significantly, not because I wanted to, but just because my body couldn't do it. My mind couldn't do it. And I couldn't move as fast as I wanted to. So I had to slow down. And now that's just become me habitually, consistently, strategically working, but not with the pressure of you got to do it all now for everybody now. You got to complete it now. You got to push it now. You got to boo, everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen, so long as I keep making it happen by chipping away at what I need to do every day. You feel me? so, so that's my message for today. Keeping it short, keeping it sweet. Like I said, I released, my new programs, my new self-assessment. I'm super excited about my Fire Start Your Year webinar workshop. Don't know if you're going to be there, but it's virtual. And inside of that, I'm going to strategically talk to you about some things that you guys need to do to really position yourself for profit and set yourself up for success going into the new year. We're doing that in a couple of days. And then also there's the replays. So you can take a look at firestartyouryear.com. Again, it's a webinar. It's a virtual one-day workshop. So I can help you position yourself for profit. And I can talk about some of these strategies with respect to doing things that you need to do more consistently, getting into the habit of not giving up on you, not being overwhelmed by your full plate, going from full plate to fully focused. That's my goal. And hopefully you've had an opportunity to take a look at the Daily Dominate implementation program, or rather Dominate Daily implementation program, which you can learn more about at SistaSense.com/DDIP. Dominate Daily Implementation Program. Okay. And it doesn't start on the 1st, by the way. It's not like, this is a new year resolution. You got to start it on the 1st. No, it's 365 days and it starts the day you start. So the day you start, within the first couple of minutes of signing up, you get the first action activity. And every day I share with you little things that you can do to work on your business, so that, come what may, you're always going to have me, at least for the year, helping you get clear, stay clear, create more, build more, accomplish more. And that's basically what it's all about. Dominating daily domination through consistent implementation. That's my vision, not just for myself, but for the people that I really want to motivate to maintain their momentum and do little things in their business that are going to help them be, amazing and build great things for the people that you wish to serve. So the only thing that I need to figure out here is how to track comments and be able to talk to you guys, because I'm on like 5 different platforms in different groups and on different pages. And I've got to figure out how I can actually see you guys commenting and engaging back, because right now I can't. But eventually I will be able to. Some more things for me to figure out, right? So that I can better serve you. But hopefully this has been helpful to you. Make sure that you drop into the comment box wherever you're watching this, and let me know if you've gotten anything from this. Thinking about 48 hours, what you're doing now as the year ends, as this decade ends, what you plan on doing going into the new year. drop that in here too. Let me know what you're doing today, what you're going to do tomorrow. We can take the naps. We can take the breathing, breather time. But we also have to continue to consistently work on our businesses. I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite quotes. And it's simply as this, at the end of the day, some people choose Facebook over Focus. Some people choose Netflix over Next Level. Some people choose someday I will over today I must, right? Trust yourself by doing what you need to do for yourself, right? If I'm on Facebook, I'm going to be strategic. If I'm on Netflix, it's because I know I'm taking a break in between doing my business. But I'm not going to be on Facebook all day, every day doing nothing. I'm not going to be on Netflix all day, every day doing nothing. I want to make sure that in between the right breaks, you're doing the right things on social media platforms and on your business platforms to make sure that you're growing, right? You're excelling, you're elevating, and you're reaching the people that you wish to reach. So that's just the food for thought for today. Some people choose someday I will versus today I must, and I must do something today. I've done some things today, and hopefully in some way I've been able to motivate you to do that too. All righty, my dear. Till next time, take care. Mwah.